Well, today's the day where I went in to see the doctor. Actually, she's the assistant to my normal doctor, and basically discussed my how I've been feeling. Um, I also had some blood work done. I don't have any um, tumor markers yet, but the other blood work seems to be stable and pretty good. Um, I will say earlier this week, I did have what they call a Tempus test, and that's like consider a liquid biopsy. So we'll see what the results are from that probably next week. I'm hoping today will be a good Friday. Today's Friday. I'm hoping that the tumor markers are saying that the tamoxifen has been doing its job and doing a good job. I'm hoping that my hard work on my alternatives and just eating healthier will result in these lower numbers. That's the trend. I will say the only ongoing battle I have day in and day out is dealing with fatigue. There are times where I'm just dragging, and there's not much. There isn't a super coffee, even though I don't drink coffee generally, and there's not like a super like 5 hour energy to boost that. I sometimes I do have Celsius. I know it's not necessarily the best thing, and sometimes a 5 hour energy for that boost because I need to get some stuff done, and I just push myself. But yeah, it's been a difficult week. Just the dealing with the fatigue, dealing with just my in my personal life, my job. There's some uncertainty there. I'm a contractor, so that adds to kind of stress and some insomnia on top of battling cancer. But yeah, I'm debating whether to actually look at my numbers when they come in. Sometimes it's not always good to do that because the anxiety is really high and I worry about the numbers being up. And I get, scared, just like anybody. I will say if the numbers don't come down enough or they've gone up, I might transition to doing more of a drastic diet change, something called the raw diet. It's going to be a challenge because I enjoy, your cooked meats and chicken and fish and eggs and stuff. And I believe that this diet is more of like raw vegetables, raw fruits. But if my body needs that boost to battle this thing, I might, go ahead and do that. Another thing which some people might consider it a positive, others, can understand a little concern. I dropped probably about 3 pounds over the last month or so. It could be, it's one of those things I have to make sure my proteins are up, and I try not to lose that weight. I'm a good weight, but you definitely want to, make sure that you don't continue dropping that weight because that could become a problem. So I think just increasing my activity outside, some exercise, trying to think positive. I think just the fresh air really helps my mental state because I've been a little bit down. I'm definitely not going to, say things on here that, give an impression that's not accurate. And I've been struggling with some mental concerns. Just, like I said before, I'm a little worried about my job. I work in IT, and that's sometimes up and down. So I'm a little concerned about that, and also just other things that have been going on, personal things that it's unnecessary stress, but it's something I've got to manage and try and deal with in my own way and my own pace. But again, my motto is put one foot in front of the other and keep moving forward. So anyways, that's the update right now. Once I have those numbers, I'll share with everyone the positive or the negative, and what my next steps would be, whether to continue the same path that I've been. Of course, I'm going to continue with the medication I'm on so far, unless there's been a drastic change, which is probably not likely, but, I leave that open as far as a possibility. And, but if, for me, the numbers are just not, as positive as I'd like, I might try that raw diet, and kind of bite the bullet, because that, I am not one who has ever been part of a trend diet. So I don't follow diets like to a T, or get on some trend or something like that. And I don't want people to have that impression of me. I just know that I've got to watch the amount of sugars, and also the carbs, which turn into sugar. So I really try and reduce that. I don't necessarily believe in totally cutting things out, unless, sometimes maybe you have to have a drastic change. There is a person I follow on YouTube. He had a rare blood cancer, and he tried all kinds of alternatives. His numbers were spiking and just not going in the positive direction, yet he was getting chemo and doing alternatives as well, like the fenbendazole, ivermectin. Well, I'm not sure about the ivermectin, but fenbendazole and various teas, just limiting carbs, and trying the carnivore diet and things like that. But ultimately, he went to an all raw diet. His cancer is now in remission. They said that he would likely not be in remission, but he's now in basically remission. It's almost undetectable. So this is why, for me, that might be the next step, because health is wealth. It's expensive battling cancer, and I work really hard. Sometimes I work 2 and 3 jobs, and I'm in IT to cover all my expenses. Plus, I have a farm, and it's a challenge. It can be very stressful, and I've got to definitely do something. But I might give further update on other things, because I'm looking at creating a business. I know, battling cancer, how can you manage that? But my objective is to start investing in myself, not wasting my energy on just helping another business, but actually doing things for myself and improving my health. I encourage others to do the same thing. Health is really wealth. Cancer is a very taxing disease, and it can be financially draining. So anyways, that's the update right now, and I'll probably provide further update. Sorry about not having a steady viewer here, because I'm holding my phone instead. But anyways, talk with you later. Bye-bye.